What's up guys, I'm back again. This is Gul Muhammad with a new video. In today's video we are going to learn about the data tables in favorite Laravel application. Okay, so this is the site of data tables. First of all, let's see few things about data tables. I have made few slides for it. What is the purpose of data tables? The stated goal of data table is to enhance the accessibility of data in any HTML tables where you want to display the data. It enhances the accessibility of data. It has different features like ordering, searching, and paging, and a lot of more. Okay. Next thing is data in data tables. There are basically two processing modes in any data table. First one is client side processing, which is good for less than around about uh, one lakh records. Okay, and the second processing mode is server side processing, which is efficient and good for more than 1 lakh, 2 lakh, or 3 lakh records. Okay, the data types in data tables are arrays, objects, and class instances. Okay, these are the data types which we use in any data table. Data sources, it can be a DOM, the plain HTML of the document, JavaScript, or AJAX. So this is the summary of data in any data tables. Next, let's talk about client side processing. Its full data set is loaded on the front end side. It means on browser side. Data can be read from DOM, JS, or AJAX as we discussed in previous slide. Data processing is performed in the browser for small to medium data sets. It's good for small to medium data sets. The points to consider: time to download the full data set. It takes maybe it takes a lot of time to load the data set in the browser. Complex ordering on large data set can slow the browser down. Okay, this is the point to consider in it. Now let's talk about server side processing. Server side processing is done via AJAX. It redraw the tables on every request. Only the data needed is loaded. Each and everything is done on the server side. Server performs the processing. Ideal for large data set, millions of records. The points in it which we can consider are latency of AJAX request, and the second one is our server can handle multiple requests or not. So this is all about server side processing. So let's move how we can install or include it in our application. It's very simple and easy way. Just we have to include these two files. Okay, the CSS and JS file. We can install it as well via npm. That's all about starting, and it provides us many features like pagination, instant search, multi-column ordering, blah blah blah, mobile friendly, free, open source. Okay, so let's start working on it. I have users table in which we have around about more than 150,000 records. Okay, we will try to display it using client side processing and server side processing. So let me show you the code first, which I have completed behind the scene to make the video shorter. Okay, this is our table. Okay, simple table. By the way, I'm using Bootstrap here. Okay, not Tailwind. So we will have count, name, email, and user type, and the last one will be actions which we want to perform on those rows. So we simply edit the table. Okay, and then in JavaScript, here we are initializing the data table on that ID which we have assigned to that table. Like you can see here, student table, that ID is used here. Data source is data which is coming from the server side, and I have got that value like in this way. Okay, then after the data we pass the columns to the data tables, which columns we want from the data tables to be displayed. So here the first one is count, and it's not coming from data. We are inserting it by our own render function. So guys, you can ignore it. Then the first one will be our name, email, and user type, which are coming from the database table. Okay, and then these are the actions on which we can perform on any rows. After that, let's move to our controller from where we are going to get all those records. So I have this client side controller. You can see we are just querying the database and passing all the data to the view client users dot index, and it has this data. And I have explained already that I'm getting the data in this order. So that's done for the client side processing. We have done nothing on server side. We just grab the data and passed it to the view, and the remaining each and everything is performed by the data tables. Okay, so let's check the front end. This was our data table, and this is the client side users. You can see, let's load it. You can see it will take time because it has around about 1,60,000 records, so it will take a little bit time in loading. So you can see that this table is created by data table. So you can see this performance issue if you have a large database and it has a large number of records, because each and everything is getting loaded in browser. So the data is loaded, and we got our records. So we have not applied any pagination, number of records, or search. All this is done by data tables, you can see. So let's check the loading time. You can see guys that it got this time 6.5 seconds, and memory usage is 472 megabyte, which is a big size, and it's not good for performance. So what things have been provided by data tables to us? Like we can do the sorting by name here. You can see it's all is done by data tables. We can as well perform this on email. On any column we can perform. We can do uh, searching here as well. Like let's suppose try to search this user. So all those users are displayed, but you can see deco here. Let me grab this one. Yeah, this user is here. All this is done by data tables. We can change the pagination as well. Let's remove this. Pagination is applied. Okay, now we are getting 25 records. So let's move to the server side processing. For the same, you have seen the loading time. Now we will see the server side processing. For the server side processing, I have done this page, and same table is there. You can see that we have the same fields, okay, name, count, email, and type. Then in same way we initialize the data tables there. Okay, so here we have set the processing to true, server side true, because we want all the things to be performed on the server side. We have passed the route here. Okay, and the route type is get. Then in the same way we want to apply the searching on the backend side. Our data source will be response dot data from the backend. So all these things are passed in AJAX. Okay, these are must values which should be passed to the backend. After that we initialize the columns, which columns we needed on the tables. This is the same column which is performing the counts. Then we need name, email, and user type. Remaining these are action buttons. Leave it, we are not focusing on it. At the end we are passing the ordering of our columns. Length menu, you can see the length menu. We want 200, 300, and these records to be displayed. If we want to change, then page length, which shows the number of records to display per page. Okay, so this is all about AJAX request. Then on the backend, what we are doing for this is our controller, where we are passing the request. Here we are checking if the request is AJAX, then perform all these things, okay, and return the response in JSON format. And then we are returning our view where these records will be displayed. So what we are doing in get all users functions, let's check it. Here is our get all users function. Simply we are getting all users. Here we are handling the search on the server side. We are checking if the request is filled with the search attribute, perform these operations, these checks on the database. If users dot email is like search value, user type, or name. Okay, here we are handling the search. Then here we are handling the sorting of columns. Guys, as I shown in the client side processing, it was all the things were performed by the data tables, but in server side processing we do all these things by ourselves on server side. So here we are handling the sorting. If request filled with order, then do all these things on those columns, okay, for username, email, and user type. Next, what we have done, we got all the records here. It's count. We are handling the pagination here, okay, and at last we get the query and pass the response back to the front end. Here you can see this is our draw input from the front end. What does this do? Basically, when a request comes from the front end, I will show you the server side first so we can take the idea. This is server side. Okay, Let's load the page again. You can see it's very fast, and we are getting same 1,60,000 entries from the backend. But you can see we got pagination as well. It's working. So I was talking about the draw. What does a draw basically do? Let's check the network tab, and let's change to 3. You can see we have moved to third page. So we were talking about the draw. So draw is basically whenever a request comes from the front end, server matches it that I'm getting the request third time, so no duplicates or old data is sent back to the front end. So this is the purpose of draw. You can see we are getting total 1,60,000 records. Okay, so here we have performed all the pagination and sorting and searching on the server side. You can see that our sorting is working same as on client side, which was provided by the data tables. You can see same. If we want to check, we want to find this user in search. So all those users are here. Okay, you can see the result. So this is all about server side processing. One thing which I would like to explain here about the client side processing, that we can even pass the ordering length menu, page length, each and everything on the server side as well in data tables. Let's suppose comment out this, and we want to check client side again. Now these were provided by data tables as a default, but we want to change it. So let's see once more time. You can see the loading time is getting quite a lot of time. So it's loading. I just want to show you the number of records which we have changed here. Here we are passing the length menu and page length per page. Okay, it's taking a lot of time. So finally it's loaded, and you can see that those page length and records have been changed. You can see, okay, it's 200. So in client side processing, we have provided our inputs, that we don't need the default values which were provided by the data tables by default. We can change it. It has a lot of other features which I can't cover in this video. I hope guys you would like this video. Please give subscribe to my channel, and like the video. uh, till next time, enjoy your time and have a good journey of Laravel with data tables. Bye bye.